Howdy everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I'm going to show you the forward-looking guidance for some of the charts that I can download from the St. Louis Fed of the US. So I'm just going to show you the PNG files, and one that currently is not working for some reason, but I'll show you that on the site itself. Okay, so these are the charts. So the first one is continued claim uninsured unemployment. It's not peak low, but it's low, and it's doing pretty good. Next one, industrial production material, again hitting peak. Everything's doing well in the US. No sign of slowdown. Production, business equipment, it's hitting its peak at 100 or just barely under. But do you really get better than this? Probably not. Not historically, at least. We also have production durable consumers good, again at peak at 120. And this data goes all the way back from the 50s, 40s. Next one is production manufacturing from the NAICS. Not quite peak from 2005, but pretty close. Unemployment rate is again not historical lows back in the 50s or late 40s, but it's doing pretty good even in late 60s, but it's doing pretty good. Now when you look at the historical of the late 60s where we are, we could see this to spike. Just historically that's how it is, but it might not spike as high. Current unemployment is just under 4%, but it could spike up to 9, and it doesn't take that long out actually from late 50s. Takes about maybe 3-4 years for that to go up if the unemployment does go up. Let's see what else we got here. Private payroll employment is up. It's nothing but new orders, excluding aircraft. It's at its peak performance. 70,000, durable, good orders. It's getting up there over 250,000. Outside this one spiked back just after 2013, 14. It is definitely on the rise. Permits. This is for building construction permits. Private housing has dropped off. It has been rising, but here's something to look for right there. It's coming off. Did come off here, came back, but one thing to look for is in the luxury builders. See how they're doing. That's a good forward indicator. Industrial production, I believe. Peak performance again. GDP. Let's see, that's continuously up. 20,000. IPM mined. This is production and mining, I believe. Production and mining, it did drop off, but look, under Trump, it's on the rise again. PMI, this is an important one. This is very forward-looking. Here we go. Drop, but it does go through its peaks and troughs, so it is down. But it'd be interesting to see if this will come back down. Manufacturing imports index. This is to see how the trade war affects. I like to look for the net here, and you can clearly see it has come off in cyan here, and it's flattening. Historically, I'm not sure what we can relate it to, but we don't want it down here to 09 levels. Obviously, export, manufacturing new export orders again down on the net, on the cyan here. So that's not a good sign from an export point of view. Inventory. This is another interesting one that will help. Okay, so it has the inventories have been worked off throughout 2017. And it's starting to rise again. So these are unsold products or unsold manufacturing inventory that is rising. Okay, so that's something to watch for. As you can see, it's starting to rise up a bit. Manufacturing inventory index. It's just overall, it's down. Interesting. I can't say anything beyond that, what I'm seeing. And then again, this is manufacturing. New orders are way down. I'd say that's quite down. So not a lot of companies are putting in orders for production on whatever stuff. So we are looking at similar downward trends early 2016 throughout maybe 2015. This is important to get that back up. Lastly is the unemployment or consumer. So it has trended up. So I could take that back to the bank. Here's the site where all this data comes from, is Fred.St Louis Fed.It. Phil, I'll help you out. Talk to you later. And this is for November 12th, 6:25 p.m. Later.